Hi everybody, I'm David Olin from Roland, and today I'm here at Gear for Music Studio to show you the Boutique Series 2. Now, let's have a look at our VP-03, which is our new vocoder keyboard, but of course, again, based on a classic. This time it's the VP-03, a very huge sort of monster keyboard, but now we have it all condensed into this little thing here. So, of course, it fits into the K25 keyboard really nicely as well, just like the rest of the boutiques. And it has a few little quirks, so let me just get down and show you. Of course, for starters, we want to show you the
classic VP-03 vocoder sound.
So this is a very famous vocoder sound from used a lot in the 80s and stuff like that, but also even in contemporary music too. A nice thing about this one is I can actually control the format with a little ribbon controller here. So
in real time, I can make myself sound smaller or bigger like this really quickly. So
I can make all kinds of voice changes just like that. Also, on top of this vocoder itself, we have a few other little quirks, like the strings. Of course, these are not real strings by today's standards, but more of a kind of vintage string machine type strings. So let's have a listen. We also have male voice and female voice in the human voice section. So let's have a listen to the male voice. Female. Together. And we can also add the built-in ensemble effect on top of that. So really nice sort of vintage voices there. And of course we can layer it with the strings. And we can even add the vocoder and its ensemble effect on top of that. So you can layer all of those parts together, and you can also use them, for instance, for the chord memory function, which we also have on board. This basically lets me store up to 16 different chord settings. You can record your own, or you can use any of the presets. So by just pressing these buttons, you can recall different chord settings like this. Try another one. And a few more. This is also convenient, of course, when you're using the vocoder, so
you can easily use those for the vocoder too, if you want.
You can even use this for the internal sequencer if you want. We actually do have a step sequencer similarly to the earlier boutiques. So 16 patterns with 16 steps each. But this sequencer is quite special because you can actually record audio into it as well. So let's have a listen to that one. I'll just turn off the vocoder feature here and just listen to the direct mic. Of course, that doesn't sound too musical, but we can play around with the pattern, so I can mute and unmute some different steps and see what happens. But the important part here is that I can mute the direct mic signal there and just use it for the vocoder, so we can hear how that sounds. You can tweak the format as well at the same time. So a MIDI sequencer and audio sequencer at the same time. So that was a brief overview of the VP-03. And to round off, something they all have in common is a 24-bit 96 kHz audio interface. So you can easily record these into your DAW via USB. They're all IRA-Link compatible as well, and also USB powered. They can also be powered by AA batteries if you wish. They all have built-in speakers and can be connected to the DK01 dock or the K25 keyboard. If you want additional information about these, feel free to check out the Gear for Music website. Meanwhile, I'm David Olin from Roland, and thank you very much for watching.